Hello everyone, welcome to all in this lecture. In this lecture, I am going to discuss plane table surveying. Okay, actually, I am not feeling very well, so we will discuss each and everything slowly, slowly. I will try to speak each and everything. Okay, so in this lecture, I am going to discuss a few contents. So this lecture I will discuss in two parts, first part and second part. So in first part, I will discuss introduction about the plane table surveying, plane table accessories, setting up the plane table, how we can set the plane table on the field. So there are three methods or three procedure or three operation we can say. So that I will discuss here. Method of plane table surveying. In the method of plane table surveying, I will discuss radiation, intersection, traversing. In the second part, I will discuss resection, 3-point method of resection, 2 points method of resection, errors in plane tabling, advantages and disadvantages of plane tabling. Right? So let's start with the introduction. What is plane table? What is plane table and plane table surveying? So the plane table surveying is a graphical method. What kind of method is this? Graphical method of surveying in which, let me change the paint color. Okay. So graphical method of surveying in which field work and plotting is done simultaneously. Field work and plotting is done simultaneously. Means no need to take the data at one time and then do the recording and then go for the, we can do the plotting at then some other time. Like both work is not different. It is simultaneously. See in this picture, in the second picture, like this is plane table surveying, right? He's doing. So you can see he's at that time he's just viewing each and every station like B, C, and D, B, D, and C, and he can also drawing this map here. He's making map, we can say, right? So you can see by using the plane table surveying, at the same time you can view these features of ground also, or directly you can draw in the sheet. So plotting is done, plotting and fieldwork is done simultaneously in the plane table survey. Okay, but what is the main disadvantage? You can say like we cannot use for larger area. For a small mapping, for a small scale, we can use this plane table survey, right? Okay, and one more thing, like for the hilly region, like when the ground is very undulation on hilly areas, so we cannot the plane table surveying is not feasible, right? So it is feasible where the ground features are more or less uh, flat in nature, we can say, not exactly flat, but flat in nature, we can say. It is also ideally should for filling the details on the map already prepared and available on the drawing sheet, right? So whatever the if drawing sheet are available, so you can use for filling also by using the plane table survey. We can say plane table surveying is the very easiest method of surveying, we can say. It can also be used for prepare a fresh map, okay, with the linear measurement. Okay, I will discuss what are the how we are making the traverse, we are drawing the traverse, and how we are making this drawing the seat and field work at the same time. We will discuss all those things here. Just introduction is just say. So what we can do, we can site this station and we can take the linear measurement. Okay, by using the chain and tape. Okay, if there is a correction applied, we can apply the correction. That is another thing. Okay, what is the principle? So the principle used in the plane table surveying that unknown point of interest can be established by measuring its direction from the known points. For example, suppose a station A is here For example, this station A, okay, station B is there. So we can locate on the seat and this line, and then we can, using this line, we can side this one and we can draw this line also. Then we can find out the angle also. So by measuring the direction of known points, we can calculate, or we can locate the other points also, or we can locate the known points also. So this is the principle that we are using in the plane table surveying, or this is the principle that is plane surveying is based on it, right? Okay. Plane table assessments. So this is very important, I would say. You can see in the figure also plane table board. The first one is the plane table board. So plane table board, it consists of a drawing sheet which is mounted on a tripod. In this figure, you can say this is a tripod. Okay, so this is plane table board. Plane table board of different size, you can say. So this is tripod. So this is mountain, and the mountain in such a way that this can be freely moved in the vertical direction, along the vertical direction, not in vertical direction, along the vertical direction. Like it can rotate like this. You can move like this. You can move like this. For example, through this axis, this vertical axis. Okay, and we can clamp at any position. We can why so what I want to say, like we can rotate for an angle, we can rotate like this, and then we can clamp. Okay, so there is you can see when we fix the plane table with the tripod, so there is a screw, and by using the screw we can clamp the plane table in a particular direction. Okay, so this plane table board we can see on a different size, like 750 centimeter, 750 mm by 600 mm, or we can say also 800 mm by 650 mm, like that. So there are different types of sizes are there of plane table board. LED. LED is very important. We can use LED to sight the station. To sight the station. So in the figure, you can see this is the LED. For LED is are two types. This is called a plain LED. This one is called plain LED. In this plain LED, there is two vents at the ends. One vents it carry a slit, a thin slit. So this one, and thin slit. This is called eye vent. Eye vent. The other vents which carry a wire or hair, which carry a wire. You will see there is a wire. Okay, so this is called object vent. Object vent. For example, like here is the station. Suppose this is fixed at the station A, and there is somewhere here there is a station B. So what we will see, we will move this LED. We will see from here. Sorry. Okay, so there is a station B, station A. So we will see from here this point, and we will try to see the station B like this through the wire. So we can assume this is a straight line between a eye vent to this wire to station. Okay, and then by doing this, by sighting B station, sighting B station from A station. So once it is done, then we can, through this edge of LED, we can draw a line on seat. We can draw a line on seat like this. This is the, you can say, drawing sheet. So this line is showing that this is line between the A and B towards the B, and by measuring the length A to B by using the scale, we can write on drawing sheet A and B. Suppose actual distance between on the ground is A to B, that is 10 meter, right? So on the sheet we can write A to B is equal to, depend upon various scale, I'm using 1 centimeter, or I'm using 10 centimeter, right? So it means 10 centimeter AB of line on drawing sheet is equal to 10-meter distance between the station A to B on the ground, right? Okay, so this is called plain LED. Second one, that is telescope, scopic LED. This is this has more advantage than plain LED, and this is we can use at a, suppose we want to get the more accurate result, so we can use this one, telescoping LED, or by using this telescopic LED we can also uh, calculate the distance between two stations. Like suppose station A is here and the station B is here, so we can calculate their distance without using chain and tape. We can using we can measure distance between A and B without using chain and tape. So we can say, sir, without using chain and tape, how we can measure the ground distance? So we can measure by using this telescopic LED by taking the stadia reading. Sorry, first reading stadia air reading. These things I will discuss in the next unit. So for now, just you can think like, okay, we can measure the horizontal distance by using telescopic LED without using chain and tape. Also, we can measure we can measure the elevation. Suppose this horizontal line between A and B is here, but B is elevated at some height like 5 meter. So by using this telescoping LED, we can also uh, measure the elevation, because using this telescope we can measure this angle. Once we will sight B, we can measure the angle. Once we have the D distance between A and B, horizontal distance, so by using the trigonometric relation, we can calculate also this height, right? So there are two more advantage if we are using the telescopic LED. So this is called vertical circle. This one is called vertical circle. Okay, so by taking reading on this vertical circle, we can calculate the what is the inclination, like theta. We can measure. This is telescope. Okay, this is a screw here. So by this screw, we can fix this telescope in a particular direction, any particular inclination. Okay, so this is important. This is what is called. So once we have sighted, we can draw a line through this edge. So this is called a straight edge ruler. Straight edge ruler. Okay. Trough compass. Next one, trough compass. See in here, this one is we have discussed, that is LED, plain LED. This is plain LED. This one is a trough compass that I have mentioned, is given figure. So by using trough compass, we can measure magnetic meridian. magnetic what is magnetic meridian? The reference line. So bearing of any line we will calculate from a reference line. So that reference line is called magnetic meridian. So how we can measure through this? So we can do by using the trough compass, we can do the orientation. We can do the orientation work, right? So how we are doing, like we will keep this trough compass on the table and we will rotate the table in a such a way that this needle, this is called magnetic needle, magnetic needle. Magnetic needle should be at center, like it should be from this position. Once it is on this position, then we will draw a line through the pencil by through this edge. We will on sheet. So we'll draw a line on sheet through this edge, right? Means after removing the trough compass, this line will show that this is the magnetic meridian. This line will show magnetic meridian. Okay. Generally, their dimension, I would say, so generally length is vary. This length is vary 80 mm to 150 mm, and their width is 30 mm. 30 mm. In other books, you will see there is a difference in dimension, but generally it is 80 mm to 150 mm length and width is 30 mm, right? The spirit label. By using the spirit label, we will label the plane table board. We will the plane table board. Means we will make sure that plane table, this plane table or this plane table or this plane table, it should be their edge like this one. It should be horizontal. This line taking through the edge, it should be horizontal. This should be horizontal line. Like this direction also, or like this direction. This should be, sorry, this should be horizontal. This should be horizontal line. So that's we can say this plane table board is on proper level. Leveling is done properly. Okay. So how we will do by using this spirit label. So we will keep. You can see this is the spirit level. Spirit level. Okay. So these things we will keep on table, and we will see that this bubble, it should be on center. It should be on center. Once it is centered, then we can assume, okay, this plane table is on proper level. Okay, so we can assume like, okay, this plane table that in a horizontal way or labeling has done. So labeling, we have to do the labeling very accurately. So for that, what we do, we use two spirit label. So how we will keep, see here, this is spirit label. So I'm drawing a roughly diagram, like I'm drawing this for a rectangle. So we'll keep like this. Once I will keep like this, and one I will keep like this. Means we will keep two spirit level at 90 degree. Two spirit level at 90 degree. Okay, and we will, by using this tripod, we will set the level, like bubble should be in center in the both spirit level, right? So once that bubble in the both spirit level is at center, then we can say, okay, labeling is done. Next, plumbing fork and plumb bob. So plumbing fork or plumb bob is used for centering. Centering means we have to transfer the ground station exactly, we have transferred the ground, we have just set the plane table on this particular station, right? Or we can assure that key whatever the station A, it should be transferred on seat. For example, uh, suppose there is a station A, we have to keep the plane table on a station A. So we should be make sure, suppose this point, for example, this station A. So we can make sure that this table, plane table, it should be on station A or should be on this point. So how we will do this? We will do by using the plumbing fork and plumb out. Plumbing fork is a metal frame of U shape. You can see this one is the U frame, U-shaped metal, U-shaped metal. Okay, and here is a one point that is called a point on seat. This point. Okay, suppose this point I'm giving a name A1. So this point is on seat, point 1 on seat. Okay, and one plumb bob is hanging through this hook, and we are keeping this, we are changing the position of this U-shaped metal in such a way that the plumb bob is pointing the station, and then it should be, suppose point, this plumb bob point 2 and 1, it should be in a straight line, it should be in a single line. Okay, so one this is done, the point 2 is touching the station, it means point 1 is just above the station A. Point 1 is just above the station A. So this is called centering. So this process is called centering. So whenever we will put the plane table at the different station, we have to do centering. We have to make sure that plane table is just above that station. Okay, so that's why we do the centering by using the plumbing fork and plumb out. Next one is a drawing sheet. So drawing sheet is basically we know already. So a drawing chart, we will just spread over this plane table, and we will draw all the lines by using the pencil or pen, whatever, on this drawing sheet, and we will get the map at the same time. At the field work and plotting will be done. So once our work is done, field work is done, so we will see that our this plotting is also done. Setting up the plane table. 3 operations are needed. So first is fixing the table to tripod. See, there are different types of plane table, like Traverse table, Johnson table. Okay, and there we will see that tripod is there, and you will, by the screw, you will fix the table on that, and there is few screw, by using that we can do the labeling, and we can change the elevations. Okay, we can clamp in a particular position and all that. So we will fix, like we keep the tripod and we fix the table and just clamp it. We have to do the clamping and we are fixing the position. So fixing is done. The first process is fixing. Next it's setting. The first part is labeling of table. So how we will do the labeling? Labeling we will do by using the spirit level, and 2 spirit level we will keep on plane table in a perpendicular direction, and by using the tripod, and we can change the position of tripod to get the to do the labeling, or we can rotate the screw. By using the screw also we can keep this, we can do the labeling. Okay. Second is centering. Centering means we have to transfer the ground station or ground point to the drawing sheet. So by using that we can use the plumbing fork and plumb bob. Okay, so this we also discussed. Third one is orientation. Orientation means you have to keep plane table in a particular directions. Means orientation, we're talking orientation. In the beginning I said that the plane table will freely rotate in a vertical axis, along the vertical axis, like this. We can rotate like this, right? So if we want to fix like this in a particular direction, so that is called orientation. This is plane table. We want to fix like this. So this is orientation, like how much angle we have to rotate and how we will rotate. So that process is called orientation. Like whatever the line on the ground, it should be parallel on the seat, right? So that is called orientation. Right? For example, station A is here, station B here. So this is a line on actual ground. So we are drawing a seat A and B by representing the station A, that is small a, representing small b, the station B. Okay, and we are drawing a line A to B. So this line or this line should be parallel. This line should be parallel. So this is called orientation. This is called orientation, right? So orientation we can do by using the trough compass or by bike sighting. So first we will see how we can do by using the trough compass. So this is the trough compass. See, this is a drawing sheet. This is a drawing sheet, and we kept at a station A. Just focus here. We kept at the station A. This is a drawing sheet. We kept a trough compass here, and we have a place like that. Their needle is towards south and suppose this is south, this is north, towards south and north, like that, right? It is like this. After, if we have done this, then what we can do, through this edge, through the edge, draw a line like this, draw a line here. So this line on the drawing sheet will represent the north and south. Okay, and there is just other station B. Station B here. We have keep the helidate here. So this is, we represent the point A, small a. This is B, B here. So we have done like this. Okay, so this is done. Okay, now we are keeping the plane table at B station. At the second station, we have placed the plane table at the B. We have done the fixing, we have done the setting, and on the setting we have done the leveling, we have done the centering. Then we are going to orientation. Orientation, how we can assure, or how we can know that okay, the plane table, whatever the orientation on the plane table in station A, it is the same on B also. How we can say, right? So what you will do, suppose in this, when you carry the same, seat is not changed, na? Drawing seat are same. Drawing seat is same here also. So you will see why when we are keeping the plane table on drawing sheet in this position. So you will see on drawing sheet it is like that. Sorry. Okay. A, B, will see this is red color also, and you will see here the line, this one, because this much things we have drawn on the sheet when we were at the station A. जब स्टेशन A पे थे तो हमने A to B ड्रॉ किया था, स्मॉल a b हमने एक लाइन भी ड्रॉ किया था, तो शीट पे इतना तो दिखेगा. नाउ अब शीट पे एज के थ्रू एज जस्ट कीप this trough compass here, and we make sure this edge is touching on this line. So what you will see कि हमने रख तो दिया है, लेकिन जो उसका कंपास है, जो उसकी मैग्नेटिक नीडल है, वो सेंटर पे नहीं है, उसकी पोजीशन थोड़ी इस टाइप की हो गई है, राइट? सो आप क्या करोगे कि जब आप ट्रफ कंपास को रख दिए, देन वी विल रोटेट द प्लेन टेबल, then we will rotate the plane table, okay, and you will see that magnetic needle on center or not. If it is on center, then we will make sure okay, now orientation is done. Orientation is done, right? So what we will see in the many cases, when you will change the plane, we will change the orientation. So when we will do the orientation of plane table, we change the direction. So what will happen, we will find that centering is also disturbed. So again, we have to check the whether it is properly centered or not. Once we will do the centering procedure, we will see the orientation is also get disturbed. So we have to check the both things, like by doing the orientation, that centering is disturbed or not. Once we will make sure, okay, no, the orientation is good and centering is good, then we can go for the third procedure. Sighting the points, right? So by using the plane LED or telescopic LED, we can do the sighting. Okay, so suppose the station, we have the set the table at the station A, and this is the station B. Station B, okay, station A, and then then we can draw a line. We can sight through air through the eye vein. So we will draw. We can see through the eye vein towards the through this air, and we will locate this B. We'll make sure this is a line, and then through this edge we will draw a line on seat. We can write on this representing station A on seat by a small a. By representing station B on seat by B, we can write A, B is 10 centimeter, for example, or A, B is equal to 10 meter. So we can say the line A to B or A to B, it should be parallel. So this is called sighting. We have to sight. Then we can change the plane table. We can change the position of plane table at the B, and then we can locate the C. Okay, then we can sight the C from the B. So this whole the procedure is called the sighting. We have to locate the station on the seat, and then we can draw also. By telescoping LED also we can do this sighting. Okay, now method of plane table surveying. The first one is the radiation. I think I missed something, right? Okay, how orientation we can do by back sighting through using trough compass we have discussed, but by back sighting. Sighting we know. So what is the back sighting? See, on a station A, just suppose this is the station A and this is B. So we kept the plane table here and we have located through A. We have sighted towards B. So this is B. Small a represent the station A on seat. Small b represent the station B on seat. Okay. And then this is the station, we can say other station like R. So we have sight to A to R, then we have draw a R here. Right. Now we came to the station B. We have done the fixing, then we have done the centering, then we have done the leveling. Now we are going to do orientation. So on the seat, we will see like this will be already written. Same seat is there, A, B, R, right? This will be there. So how we can make sure like here A and B line will be parallel to here A and B, like plane table is not get affected, like this orientation is same. So what we will do, from the B station we will sight the A station. We will draw a line through the LED. We will keep the LED at this position. We will keep the LED at this position, and we will see from here, and we will see the through the slit and wire. We will see if the by keeping this LED on the edge of this line A to B, if we can see this station A, it means orientation is done. We can make sure that this whatever the orientation at a station A of plane table is B and the same, right? सो हम क्या करेंगे, दिस ए बी लाइन जो ड्राइंग शीट पे ऑलरेडी ड्रॉ है स्टेशन ए पे, उस पे हम प्लेन एलिडेट को रखेंगे और फिर उसको हम साइड करेंगे और उसको कैसे रखेंगे, लाइन के एज के थ्रू। फिर हम देखेंगे यहाँ से थ्रू आई वेंट्स एंड देन वायर station A. First we can cite the station A, uh, it means that orientation is done. If we cannot see, then we cannot rotate the plane elidate, we will rotate the table, and we will see. Okay, so this is called back sighting. We are sighting B again back to the A. So this is when you are sighting, we are doing this process B to A again. It is called back sighting. It is called back sighting. Okay, so three methods I will discuss here: radiation, intersection, and traversing. So in the radiation method, a ray is drawn from the station towards the points, towards the other station. Okay, so procedure we can see in this figure. Like you can see in the figure, the first one, this is the station A, this is B, this is C, this is D, and this is, we can say, E. So you can see there are 5 stations A, B, C. Okay, and we are keeping the plane table at some other station in between them, that is P. So we have kept the station plane table at this point. So what we can do, just keep the plane table at this point, then do the fixing, then do the centering. Okay, then sighting. So once by this using the plumbing force, we can locate that, okay, this point P is representing the point P on the ground. Okay, point P on the ground, right? Okay, now through the elidate we can sight A, we can sight that A, we can write a small a. So this a small a will represent the station A, and the distance AP, sorry, AP will represent the actual distance on the ground, that is AP. Are you getting my point? Okay. Now, by using some scale, and a scale we will not change for each and every station. A scale would be same. Now we can we can sight the station B. So we cite the station B. So small b will represent the station B. Okay, so we can see P will be represent the P and V on the ground, so distance. Then we can cite this D, we can cite this E, and we can also measure the distance A to B. Sorry, P to A. We can measure this distance. We can measure this distance, this distance, this distance, this distance. Means P, A, P, B, P, D, and then we cut. We can mark here, we can mark here, we can mark. By after doing this, we can draw a line through A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, then A. Then you will find this, okay, our traversing is done. Okay, so that you can see in the figure, right? Firstly, plane table is set at O, then we have cited A, the station A, and then small a represent a station A on the drawing sheet. Similarly B, and then we can measure the distance AO, OB, OC, OD, OE. Okay, and if we know this length, then using some scale we can fix this AO, OA, OB, OC, OD, and then we can draw this line. Okay. So this method is called radiation. You will see that all the lines we drawn out from a same station or same position, like this. So by name you can guess, okay, this is a radiation. It's like a number of ray are coming out from a single point or single station. or single source we can assume like P or O, whatever. So this method is called radiation. Okay, these are the procedures that you can write down. Set the table at B, then label it, then transfer the point by using the plumbing fork, and then complete the table, and then keep the LED touching P and side towards A. All those things you can read. Next method is intersection. It is also called graphical triangulation. Why it is called graphical triangulation, that you will see, and why it is called intersection, that you will see also. Okay, so now just keep the radiation method in your mind and then see on this figure. Firstly, we kept the plane table at the station A. We have done the fixing, we have done the setting, like we have done the centering, leveling, and then we have sighted from A to B, this A, B, C, D, E, F, G. This point is G, this point is F, right? Station. Okay. Then from the A we have sighted B, then G, then right this one F, then E by using summer scale. This is G, this is C. Right. This is done. Okay. Drawing sheet we have done. We have made like this by using the LED. We have sighted B, G, E, D, C, F. Now take this, set this table at B station. We done the fixing, setting, leveling, centering. Then we do the orientation by back sighting. We make sure the plane table, whatever the seat are there on the plane table, that is the same direction which was in station 1, right? So after the orientation through the back sighting, again the sight, you will see this was already drawn. Then sight from the B, G, E, D, C, E, and the, you will find there is a like this intersection, this intersection, this intersection, this intersection, this intersection. All the intersection by using summer scale, it will be shown on this drawing set, right? Drawing set, and we can draw a line. We can join a line through this intersection. So then we will go to traverse. So we'll go to F, G, E, D, C, right? This one, which is drawn on the sheet by bold line, right? So in this case, we are not measuring each and every line. We are not measuring this line. We are not measuring this line. We are not measuring this line. This line. We can measure A to B only this line only. We are measuring the length A to B. Length, measuring this length. A to B length here we are measuring, not each. And by intersection, we got two lines meeting at a point. So that the intersection we are getting on seat also or on the field also, right? So by using some scale, we are taking all the lines, intersection line on the seat. So why this is called, this method is called intersection. So for the intersection, we need to do, we should take the plane table at the two adjacent station, right? So we'll get the intersection. So this method we can use where we are able to keep the plane table at two station at least. So we can do this intersection. Why it is called graphical triangulation? Because you will see in every figure, in every intersection, that line is making by two sighting line. We can say like A to C and B to C, and then one baseline. So this is the station which is measured between the line, that is A to B. This is called baseline. So all triangle is made by baseline and two intersection line, right? So this is called, we can see this is a triangle, and once we know this length, we can take the angle, we can calculate the other length also. So this is called triangulation. The few procedure I wrote there, you can note down, you can understand. Set the table at A, label it, and then transfer the point A on the seat by means of plumbing fork and complete the table. Keep the LED touching A and the side to B measure the line baseline. Okay, that AB is the baseline, so that you can read and you can orient the table. Orient means orientation. Okay, orientation. Traversing. In the previous method, that is the intersection, we have kept the plane table at station A. Okay, then we have changed that plane table, we kept the station B, and then by using the intersection we have done the we can make the traverse. But in this case we have to keep plane table at every station. Like if suppose total number of station is n, so at least we should keep n minus 1 station, right? Like in this case, once we kept A, B, we should keep at A, E, C, and D. No need to keep at E. We will see why. So if total number of station is n, so we need to keep n minus 1 station on a station, right? So let's see what we are doing. Now keep the plane table at a station A, site A towards B. Just note that B, a small b represent the station B on the field, and then side the station E. This is small e represent the station E. By using the sum scale, just note down the B and E. So here in this case the line AB will represent by some scale actual length between station A and B. This line AE will represent actual distance by using some scale, actual distance A to E, right? Now, once it is done, then let's we keep the table at the station B. Okay, so you will see this was previously drawn AE. Then we can do the fixing, we can do the setting, we can do the leveling, centering, and then orientation. Okay, so after doing the orientation, then sight towards C, and then locate small c on this drawing sheet will represent the station C on the field. So here we can say BC will represent the distance of this BC and direction also. Now keep the station at C. Okay, and then side to D. So here you will get the DC will represent the D and C. Then keep the plane table at this position. Then side towards E, we will get the DE will represent the DE. So by keeping this plane table at station D, you will see the traverse is complete. Traverse is complete. Means no need to keep the plane table on the last station. So that's why we call, if the total number of station is n, then we need to keep the plane table out in -1 number of station, right? So this is called traversing. We have to keep plane table at each and every station, at least n-1 station. Okay, and then we can measure the no need to measure the length every time in this case. Okay, no, we can measure the length because we are citing it. This is not intersection. We are citing each other, so we can measure length. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So we can use this traversing method where we are able to fix the plane table at various stations, right? So this is the basic procedure that I've discussed. You can read all this procedure. You can go through that also. Set the table at end, label it, then transfer the point on its feet by means of the plumbing fork, and then climb on the table. Draw the magnetic meridian with the help of true compass. Oh, this is magnetic meridian. So this is talking about. This is talking about what? This is talking about orientation. I told you orientation we can do by two methods, by trough compass and by back sighting. Okay, we can use this also, we can use this also, right? These are the references that I've taken to make this lecture. Thank you. In the next lecture, I will discuss the resection method of plane table surveying. In the resection method, I will discuss 3-point problem, 2-point problem. Also, I will discuss disadvantage and disadvantage of plane table surveying. Also, that we will discuss what are the problems that we are facing by doing the plane table surveying, and what are the errors that we are getting in plane tabling. So that I will discuss. So I would say right now that environment is not good. Like COVID is going on, like pandemic situation are there everywhere. Okay, lockdown season there. So I will just say, just take care. Okay, all the best.